welcome to episode 883 of the Video Game Outsiders podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Michelle Madison.
And I, of course, am your John Jacobson.
And hey, it's your VGO correspondent, Matt Bradford.
Oh.
All right, we're here. This is a big one, by the way. This is my favorite gaming week, I think, maybe this year.
Big one. Really, this whole year.
Records being broken.
It's large. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of ground to cover.
Yeah.
And next week's our Christmas show.
It is.
And if you guys aren't aware, we have this episodic play that we do every year.
Yeah, there's still time to catch up on the old ones because it's sort of like you have to get to know these characters, Brenda and Sam and Drunk Santa. So if you want to listen to all the old plays before next week, there's still time. And you can do that if you support us because you get that whole back catalog and weekly bonus shows. John, how do they do that if they want to catch up on Christmas?
That's right. Go to videogameoutsiders.com. That's our website. There's a red premium button.
You don't have to say that's our website. I think they get it. The fucking show is called Video Game Outsiders. Let's clean this up a little bit.
I don't know.
Because you're people. Okay. If something
not
ends in
everyone
.com,
it's
a website. Okay.
So how about this? Just find our website somehow.
How about just say videogameoutsiders.com, click the red button.
It's our name.
It's our website.
All right,
We're
listen.
a podcast. Like, people know.
Listen, I'm on. Okay, go to videogameoutsiders.com. That is our website. When you get there, there's a red premium button. Go ahead and click it, lick it, slam it, whatever you need to do. Go to the next page and go premium. It's $1.99 a month. Once you are a member of Club VGO, you will unlock our entire back catalog of almost 20 years. 20 years next year is the anniversary. And also all of the bonus stuff we do every single goddamn
That's right. And you also get extra entries. Extra entries into our contest. We're giving away Path of Exile 2 and Indiana Jones this week.
Those are two of the biggest games we're giving away.
And we're reviewing them tonight from cdkeys.com, our sponsor. And
what
they
else
got
are
a
we
good
giving
price
away?
on Indie right now.
Wait.
Also, Call of Duty Gunner glasses. Okay?
What?
Limited edition.
Gunner.
Sold the fuck out. $110
Get the
value.
fuck
You're
outta
going to
here.
review them tonight. We have
How can we do
away
all
for
of
Christmas.
this? How can we do this?
I don't know how we're
This
doing
is
all this.
impossible.
This is 3 giveaways a week
Are you
for you
telling
guys.
me that
And
we're
what are you
giving
doing
away
for
all of
us,
this stuff?
What are you doing for us? Are you subbing? Are you giving us 20
Now
cents a
listen,
month?
these
What?
Gunnar
Selling my house
glasses.
for this?
Now
Are we in
these
trouble financially?
we're giving away Gunnar glasses. Okay,
Is it Gunnar? Are they French?
It's
Gooner.
Gunnar.
They're Gooner glasses.
Gooner.
Now listen, I got a pair of these.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you know who Adler is. Call of Duty.
Oh, no, I don't know.
You don't
These
know
are kind
who
of
he
hot
is?
aviators, if I'm being honest.
They
kinda
are.
look
Well,
cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
listen, Adler is like the Robert Redford, Brad Pitt looking guy in the game, and he wears glasses just like this. They're kind of hipster aviators in a way, almost like not safety
aviators,
glasses.
They're classic. You know,
but these are
my dad
kind of
always had them.
These are little retro-y, and we're giving a pair away. They got the Call of Duty like engraved on the side, very subtle. Okay,
Yes.
now these are
and
great.
You get
like
in-game item. Okay.
And you get an in-game item. I have a pair. I got the in-game item. It was a little mystery crate charm.
How exciting. So, John,
I know. No one else has that charm, by the way.
Things,
I had some
they
guys
go to our Discord
DMing me saying, hey, bro, where did you get that?
I know, because
Where'd you
people
get
are probably
that?
going to be selling this charm on eBay for like $5,000. So if you want to win the Gunner glasses, if you want to win PoE, if you want to win Indiana Jones,
These are
sponsored by
gaming glasses.
CDKeys.com.
If you've got a gaming chair, you need gaming glasses.
Oh my
okay?
God.
True.
Don't be one of those people.
What are you talking about?
Don't have a gaming chair and gaming glasses. Okay,
And a gaming mouse and a gaming keyboard and a gaming mat and a gaming monitor. You need the gaming glasses. I have a gaming router. I have a gaming router, a gaming mouse, a gaming glasses.
You spent double for no reason. It's not even a good router.
It's got.
Gamer
It is.
router. You don't need that
It's one of
shit.
the highest rated routers.
It's one of the best. Listen, I need to tell you guys to come to our Discord because that's where all this shit goes down. Weekly contests from cdkeys.com as well as our game awards. Okay, you still have time to vote in our community game awards. We're picking our winners on the 30th for New Year's Eve. I'm going to put a link here in the chat. Actually, I got to copy it. But what else? We got a lot of stuff happening. I kind of feel like it's too big of a show. I don't know if we can cram it all in there.
Yeah, we're going to cram
I'm good
it.
at cramming. Let's do
Cram
it.
it.
We got
All right.
three big games to talk about. Did we talk about the third one?
Yeah, Marvel Rivals as well was very large.
That's right.
Okay. Thank you for subbing Shabam Dog. Awesome.
Squirrel Girl or whatever the fuck's going
Squirrel
on over
Girl?
there.
2 girls, 1 cup.
Oh, she's cute though.
What, Squirrel Girl?
Yeah, Squirrel
Ooh.
Girls.
I'm not into the
Got it.
furry
Anyways.
thing.
I heard that Overwatch is mad because Black Widow's in there.
Well, Well, yeah, and they didn't know that it was a. They also
Dude, you
got
guys
mad at
copy
Path of
us. We have
Exile.
Widowmaker.
They're like,
You can't
shouldn't
do
we
that.
call this a Diablo-like? You stupid fucks. You bitter fucks. All right. Let's talk about some games.
All right, let's get into it. Michelle, I'm excited to hear what you play this week.
Well, I did play a game that I've been looking forward to called Path of Exile 2. It's out in early access, and that's very important people remember that because I know there's a lot of hype around it. It broke all sorts of records on Steam, already I think over 600,000 concurrent players. They had over a million or 2 million or something like pre-orders for this. So it was a big launch, but you played with me, John, and I know we're coming at it from two kind of different perspectives.
We are.
Doesn't sound good, Michelle.
It's very good. I played Path of Exile 1. I have a history with Path of Exile. You've dabbled in it, but you would call yourself more casual, right? So
I mean, I've played more Diablo, to be honest. But I played the first game.
So we're coming at this from two perspectives. Me as more of a seasoned player, even though I'm still a complete noob. Okay, and John, who's very casual. So Path of Exile 2, I put in about 40 hours. I finished the first 3 acts. What about truck stop bathrooms?
I don't know. Go ahead.
I put in about 40 hours. I finished the first 3 acts, and I just restarted Cruel mode. Because let me explain. The game is not complete, okay? So people are a little confused about that. There are going to be 6 acts when it comes out of early access this year, but because they wanted to get the end game into Path of Exile, because that's what most Path of Exile players care about. It's the end game. It's not the campaign, okay? It's not really like Diablo where you just play the campaign and stop. At least that's how PoE 1 was. Now, PoE 2, they're trying to go a different direction. So the first 3 acts are in and the end game. So you do the 3 acts twice, then you can do the end game, which is like thousands of hours, endless, all these systems, whatever, because that's what PoE is. So I just restarted the acts. Now, people are kind of asking me like, well, is the game done? Should I get it now? Because I know there's a lot of like people have been telling me they have FOMO. They want to get in now because it's so popular. It's like, well, look, half the classes are in. Not even all the skills are in. Like half of the acts are in. So it's like, unless you're a diehard ARPG fan or Path of Exile fan like I am, I almost want to say wait, but that doesn't mean the game is bad. To me already, and I'll just say this, it has the best visuals of any ARPG, best animations of any ARPG, the best campaign of any ARPG, the best bosses and boss design of any ARPG. Of course, great sound and music, great skills, classes. Like they're already tuning and balancing, grinding gear like reacts instantly. It's not like Blizzard where it takes 6 months or a year to change something. They're already like changing the way loot and currency drops. They're already changing body blocking with rolling. So let's go all the way back to the beginning, John, and talk about our experiences with the game and what's different with PoE 2 versus PoE 1, because it's slower and more tactical, at least right now. Now, the game will speed up a little bit, I believe, as builds come out and as the game changes, but they also want to take a different philosophy here with this game. They want to slow it down a bit. It's not just one button, blow up a screen. There's combos. There's people keep saying the Dark Souls of ARPGs, and it's like, I don't really see that. To me,
Elon said this is Elden Ring and Diablo combined.
I mean, to me, that would be more like, what was that one game that just came out? I forget. No Rest for the Wicked. But a lot of people are saying it's hard. I haven't found it to be that difficult.
Let me
a witch.
Speak on that.
So, yeah.
So can I'll just tell you my experience with this so far, okay? Now, the first PoE, I played that and I never really got good at it and I got discouraged quite a bit. And I started feeling that with this immediately, okay?
Really? I felt like it was immediately super accessible, super
hang on.
especially compared to PoE.
Now, I played it on the Xbox. I bought it twice. I bought it on the Xbox and I bought it on PC, okay? Mm-hmm. I played it on the Xbox first. And I thought the UI was just like, I eventually did the UI scaling, Michelle, after you told me this, because I thought
usually
it just
in the options menu, there's...
Sure.
Right.
Not usually. It just wasn't really, I thought, optimized well for television, okay, compared to Diablo. And I started resenting this game because I really enjoyed Diablo quite a bit on my Xbox, okay? And I wasn't feeling that same thing when I was playing on the Xbox, right? And they did a pretty good job with managing all your spells and attacks and stuff. There's 2 different action bars you have on the bottom. You could flip through on the fly all right away. But I thought like organizing my character, the loadouts, the talent trees, like all that stuff.
It has some complexity compared to Diablo, which is what actually makes the game good.
Let me get. There's a. You're gonna like where this goes. So.
Right.
I'm saying that on the Xbox, where I played the first couple hours and didn't get very far, I actually made it to the first boss, and I could not beat it at all. I tried like 3-4 times, and I went on played more Indiana Jones. And then I came down
the
here.
First big fat guy in front of the town?
No, the worm.
Okay.
No, not that guy. No, that guy got that. And by the way, I want to say this though. Hats off to them for the opening cinematic, the characters, the class. The class selection screen where you're a bunch of guys on the gallows pole and you pick which one you want to be
it's truly
freed.
dark
basically,
fantasy. It doesn't feel like lame Disney shit like a Blizzard.
No,
title.
and I
like,
think they did a really. I think they really did a good job though this time of introducing the world with the cinematic. And I just don't remember that from the first game. Maybe I'm wrong, Michelle.
No, there wasn't really anything like that. I mean, this is their first like attempt to try to reach mass market, and I mean, it already has. It's already way bigger than Pee-wee whenever it was.
Okay, so on the Xbox, there was definitely some lighting weird artifacts, and the game crashed on me hardcore.
Okay.
Like, it completely crashed the dashboard on the Xbox. So then I played it on the PC. What a different experience that was.
Okay.
Like night and day, okay? And also, I changed my whole strategy. Instead of going to get that worm boss in that first little dungeon cave, I had a quest for it. I said, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to walk around and the whole map beyond the town and just go to every corner of it, kill every mob I see, and I'm going to level up. I'm going to get gear. I'm going to go back to the town. And I was really enjoying that loop, Michelle. I was like, I like this now. And then I leveled up. I got good gear. I kept trading. I kept selling stuff, buying stuff. I'm finding stuff.
Okay.
What do you mean, really? This is my experience.
Selling stuff, buying stuff. Okay,
So you treated it like a Dark Souls in a way.
No,
like
I
you
was
went around
selling.
and
I was
leveled
going
up.
with finding a bunch of clubs and shit I couldn't use. I would sell it, and then I eventually bought a better crossbow that the vendor was selling.
With Pee-wee too, because you craft gear, so you get this currency. So you can get like a basic white item, like let's say for me, like a rattling scepter, and then I can use.
Or you could do what I did in the beginning here.
No, you're gonna want. I'm saying like. People are confused because I don't think they're doing
let
a well
me finish because I'm telling you my experience.
How currency works. Once you can make a bad item good with currency.
Sure, but once I started doing this, I was able to start killing bosses left and right, and then I started having a lot of fun. And this is my approach to playing right now: is that I'm not in a hurry to go further into the game until I feel like I am doing the quest, but some of them are bosses which I could not kill in the beginning, Michelle.
Okay.
And so I was having fun grinding just all the generic mobs everywhere and getting the loot drops. So what's wrong with that? That's part of the gameplay.
I mean, I just go through the quest as quick as I can. And then like if I missed any bosses, I'll go get them at the end. Like the extra bosses. There's different bosses marked on the map that will have like extra skill points and things like that. So look, the game is smooth as butter. It's a technical marvel. Like Wasti feels amazing.
Don't say that. That's gross.
What?
It's technical marvel.
It is.
The technical marvel. It's a technical marvel.
The guy who created the Path of Exile engine is a super talented engineer. Just listen to him talk about it. And there's another guy who did like the animations and stuff that has like some proprietary
It's good. It looks good. It doesn't look like a technical marvel on the Xbox, I'll tell you that. It looks a lot better on the PC.
As someone who's played all ARPGs and can see how this responds, there is not a stutter, not a glitch. It's smooth as butter.
Right.
It's amazing how they pull off all the mobs and all the animations. Like technically, from a technical standpoint, I was already super impressed. Wasti feels amazing.
Yes,
you
by
get
the
a
way,
dodge roll, no
I
cooldown on space. It's beautiful.
The default was mouse click to move, and I tried it, and I'm like, fuck this shit.
It doesn't work well in this game compared to Pee-wee 1 because there's too much movement with like and
dodging, just dodging and shit. And
yes.
And by the way, I'm playing as a mercenary, which is basically a guy with guns. They say it's
yeah,
but it's a crossbow, mainly projectile person, and I'm actually
can use
really
any
enjoying
weapon,
it.
and then skills are associated with certain weapons, and so like, you can go outside of your recommended and your weapon skills and mix and match. Like for me, I'm doing summon raging spirits on my witch, which is a sorc spell, but I have it combined with firewall. Like so, you can if you're a little more advanced, like uncheck the recommended and go into all gems and just play around. Like that's what you should be doing right now. Like there's some builds out there, but I don't think you should like go follow one. Like I'm having a good time just kind of fooling around a little bit, but that's easier for me because I have somewhat of a background knowledge from Pee-wee 1. Like I know the spells I like and some of them are familiar. But yeah, so I really like Wasti and the space roll a lot. I didn't know if I would. I think it feels great. The boss design I think is my favorite part. The bosses are clean. Like they're the way that grinding gear like tells you like what's going to happen in the boss fight. You can see exactly on the floor what's happening, where to move, where to go. I would like the camera to zoom out a little bit more because sometimes as a caster,
I was going to ask
cut
you,
off, so they might
Michelle,
roll that back a bit.
because I tried zooming all the way in just so I could really see my character.
You have to play
it's so annoying. But but it's like that's always been my complaint about RPGs. Everything's just characters are tiny, you know.
You're
but you really do need to see
in Diablo because you were like up your character's ass, and that was annoying. But they need to go back a little bit more, I feel like. But I love the boss design. Like that's like my favorite thing. It's just, but the thing is, like, it is more difficult campaign wise than PoE 1. Okay, but I'm not finding it difficult because I'm playing a witch. I'm a necro. I have minions. I'm not finding it that hard. There was a couple of bosses I maybe made 2 or 3 attempts at, but I like that because I actually want it to be more difficult, and I want it. So I need to probably play something else. I don't want them to make it easier. Some people are crying right now that it's too hard.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you, the Mercenary it's a straight up gun game for me.
Okay,
like a twin stick shooter type.
Yes,
thing,
that's how I have to play it. Like I have to shoot, dodge, roll,
I mean,
shoot.
Too.
But whereas like when I always I typically play casters like warlocks and shit where I can just throw shit on the ground and gives me time to
just
breathe.
The same. If you watch me play, I look like I'm having a seizure. My character's
but I feel like
moving. I'm rolling.
I'm playing more like a Twitch shooter, like Matt said.
Yeah,
which is not how I play Diablo either. So so that took some adjusting to, and really finding the joysticks by the way is good for that. Like really good.
Yeah,
but
people
I do like
our Discord are playing on console and love it. And I'm hearing great feedback from our community, by the way, of people who've like, this is my first ARPG, or I'm looking at it because of Diablo, and holy shit, I fucking love this game. Like, people like it, which is really good. And I want to say also, like, I like some of the changes, I think, for new players. The fact that you socket into separate uncut skill gems that you cut into your gem area, and then you put support gems right into them. You don't have to put stuff in your gear really anymore.
Yeah, no, I like that too.
So that I don't have to worry about the links. Like, oh, a red link with a blue link, and if I shake that, that's going to break. And also, when you talent stuff in, you can pick like 5 int instead of 5 strength. It's not designated. You could swap it around. So that's really good as far as for casual people. Or even
I agree, because like in Diablo, everything's in the fucking gear, and it's just stupid to manage and all that.
Everything's in your gear, and I would always have a nervous breakdown when I swap gear because I'm crazy, and I'm like, well, this one piece of gear is going to break all of my links, break all of my gear.
Right.
And you have to go through and do it. Now, I like it in PoE 1. I'm glad it's there, but for PoE 2, I think for mass market, nobody really wants to deal with that. Thank you for coming down, Young Gun. Sorry, Matt, what's your question?
Oh, very quickly. So I saw like little videos because I was interested in this game, and I saw videos of the skill tree.
Yeah.
And obviously for a newbie, I'm looking at going, holy shit.
It is holy shit. It's intimidating. I mean, Michelle could speak better than I can about this, but on PoE 1, I was using guides and stuff. And they kind of give you clear roadmaps. I did that for Diablo too.
Yeah, there already are.
Yeah,
if you
and Diablo
want to
has
cutter, follow it. You can easily. You know, but
can you experiment and still play, or would I be like toast if I don't make at least?
I'm experimenting, but I don't have that many points.
You shouldn't. Okay, so in PoE 1, if you experiment, you need to have a certain currency item to be able to respec. Okay, in PoE 2, they're allowing you to respec with gold. Gold is a new currency added to the game. You can use those points with the hooded one after Act 1, and you can go in there and say, okay, undo this and let me change that. So it's more open and friendly to experimentation this time around, Matt, to answer your question. You can go in there, but if you look at the tree, and every class is going to start in a different area of the tree, and let's say for me, like I kind of have been doing my own thing. It's like, okay, so I'm doing minions, so I kind of want to go this way to the left, and maybe if I start to the right, I can pick up this node. You want to like think ahead and look around the tree at spots you want to get to, and then you work towards those spots. And so it's not as intimidating once you realize that a lot of things in that tree are not going to be for your build. And
right. I mean, what I'm doing, I'm focusing on rate of fire and damage per shot right now. Like, because I want to shoot more and faster. Because it was
more stats in that spell, like
yes,
10%
on the tree,
more damage kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I get a talent tree point.
Defensives. You know what? I'm dying a lot. And if you're if you have your resist and you're still like dying, you may be like, okay, so for me, I just took this node that lets me recoup life when I take physical and elemental damage, and it's like really helped me a lot. So you're also going to need to plan some defensives. You're going to need to look at the tree and come up with something balanced with synergy. And yes, the professional people that are crazy are going to find synergies and come up with good builds, and the game's going to get a lot easier. Okay, so if people are concerned that will this be hard on full release, like I bet there's a build that comes out and everybody's got the synergies in the game, you can just blast through the campaign. Like people saying Dark Souls confuse me. First of all, I don't even know how difficult Dark Souls really is because I haven't played much myself, but as far as like other Souls-like games, I don't think this is as hard as Souls-like games. And I don't understand. I see, you're not going to die 50 times on a boss, right? Like I've seen people do in Souls games. So I haven't found it difficult, but like I said,
I died 3 times on that fucking worm boss, and then I just leveled up a little bit, and I beat him the first time after that.
Right.
I think Souls is tossed around too much. I don't see this as being a Souls game.
Yeah, it's not Soulsy to me at all. There's no
somewhat hard.
Yeah, it's more difficult in a good way.
You don't feel like that everything's on the line if you die. Like you're not losing all your shit.
So you have to go in and restart the boss again. And yes, all of the mobs respawn, which is different this time around. There are checkpoints around, which are interesting because you can't just teleport from checkpoint to checkpoint, but you'd have to find a waypoint.
Like Dark Souls.
Yeah. Well, it's not really Soulsy at all. I mean, it's an ARPG. It's PoE 1 with a few changes. And I think I like that both games exist. I like that I'm going to play both of them and they're both different in their own way. But this will be my game of the year next year. Obviously too late to get in this year. Like I can already, and they're going to respond to all these little things that people are kind of nitpicking with like currency and drop rates and things like that. But I do think they need to do a better job, like John, you were talking about drops and stuff, explaining how in PoE, a lot of the stuff that you're going to want to wear, you're going to be crafting. They're giving you currency, but they don't really say, hey, here's a piece of gear, experiment with it. Like they need to tell people that if you can, so you want to hunt for like a certain piece, like item, and then you can make it good just with a couple of clicks from your currency. So that may be more exciting than actually finding this big rare drop, which is different than other ARPGs where sometimes loot's just falling out of the sky. And frankly, I find that a little bit annoying because then it becomes like you're desensitized to a good drop. And PoE, when you actually get something that's good, you kind of feel good about it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Diablo has the dopamine thing down.
Not
like
for
cold.
me. Diablo gets played out too quick. Like I played the hell out of it for 2 weeks and then there was no end game, no systems, no gearing, no itemization. Like I think Diablo is great for casual people or hardcore people like me that want to put in like 2 hardcore weeks with it and then never look at it again. PoE is for people who want to play and come back every season and look at the cool shit they're doing or try a new spec, try a new class. Like you're never going to see all of this game or get through all of it. You're always going to be learning about it. I mean, that's how PoE 1 is. People play for thousands of hours. They're always learning. They're always getting better. Each season, I just hope to learn something new in PoE. And I kind of, so I consider myself like still casual with it, but like having played PoE 1, I had a really nice background to enter into this game. But the people I've been talking to, John, in our community, and by the way, we have a guild. Thank you, Rabid Panda, for running it for us. Nice. And you can put your name in our Discord. I think we have we might be running out of slots, but come down to Discord, put your name in. But yeah, like I from hearing from these guys, like some of them have never played PoE before and they really love this game. And like that's good news to me because I know like they're already going to get people like me that liked PoE 1. Will they reach more mass market? And they broke Twitch records. They broke like Steam records, already one of the top 15 best-selling games of all time or something, and highest concurrent players and all that shit. So people are responding to this. And I think that like it's only going to get better. So do you have to run out and do this now? Honestly, you could probably wait unless you're like me where you're just like, I love PoE, I love ARPGs. It's going to get better in a year. You're going to have all the acts, you're going to have all the classes, you're going to have all the skills. I mean, do you kind of agree with that, John, or do you like being in early?
No, I'm glad I'm playing now. And I didn't feel like, I mean, for me, I'm not going to put in the time that you're going to put into it. So I probably won't even know stuff's missing. Right?
Well, you're going to know when you have to do the campaign twice. You're going to know when half the classes are missing. You open up the skills tab, like the gems or whatever. Half the gems are missing.
Right. Yeah.
This isn't a diss at John, but I think it's like me. I don't see myself playing a game over and over again. I mean, if you do, you're saying this is the kind of game that.
I mean, that's what ARPGs kind of are. They're seasonal games, and that's what they're about, right? So. You will play a different class. You will play a different build. It's just fun to kill shit. Like that is what an ARPG should be. You start off like feeling like it's tough and then you feel like a god. And you either have that in you either love loot, you love blowing up a screen, or you don't. If you just want to play through once and see the campaign, wait till the campaign's done. They said 2025. And it's going to be free, by the way. Right now you can get in for $30. It's a really good value because you also get shop points, which you will want. And if you have purchased the $30, people have asked me, what do I buy? Well, you buy a tab, you buy a currency tab, you buy a gem tab, and maybe you buy a cosmetic if you have something left over. But the $30 to get you early access, you are going to want anyway if you're going to put any time into Path of Exile because you need bank tabs. Like you just do if you're going to play at all seriously. Otherwise, your bags are going to be a mess. Your one tab is going to be a mess. So that $30 to get in, people are like, I don't want to spend on this. I'll wait till it's free. Well, if you play when it's free, you're going to want those points anyway, right, John? Like, I don't know if you've purchased anything yet, but
no,
I'm sure your bags are getting filled, right?
I know. I was looking last night. Like I was looking at the cosmetics, like the skins and stuff, and I'm like,
so Gyro says
the armor sets.
EA. Did it do EA for PoE 1? Oh yeah, PoE 1 was in EA for a while, and they took a lot of feedback. They respond instantly. Like I said, if there's a problem, people are talking about it. They listen to the streamers. They listen to the feedback. Like they change it. Like they've already have a big patch planned. They change things. continually. Like, it's not like Blizzard where they're like, well, we've got to talk to everybody. We've got to plan this for maybe 3 seasons away. And it's not like that at all. Like, they're going to make this better and what people want. So like, but I already like it how it is. If it was just done, I would give this like a great score, but it's not done. So I have to kind of give that caveat to people. Like, look, it's half the acts you do twice, and it's really more about the end game anyway. But to be fair, all the classes aren't in, all the skills aren't in. So like, if you at all want to kind of play this once, if you're a one and done player, maybe wait till it's done. If you're like me and you know you're going to keep coming back and trying shit, then get it now because it's good. Like, there's already more content in this game in early access than there is in Diablo with an expansion. And it's cheaper. So, I don't know. And it's a better game. That's how I feel about it.
You're in your element. You're like me when I get a new Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah. Ooh.
I know. But hey,
God.
no judgment. I love that.
I mean, and also,
awesome.
I really feel like, in a good way, that I'm playing Diablo 2 for the first time. Because if you guys ever played Diablo 1 or Diablo 2, that was difficult. It was a mini game just to take down the butcher. Like, it was hard. You had to kite. You had to. I know, John, you probably have played the old Diablos, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was difficult.
Yes.
People are forgetting that. They're forgetting that, like, you can't just run in there and smash your head on the wall. Like, you maybe. I think people want to be like. People that are saying it's too hard to play. Like I said, try another class. It's not hard for me, or just like pull your dick out of your ass, because it's not that difficult. It's just not like, and people are so spoiled maybe with Diablo where you could literally play blind and never die. Like, you might as well just play in D4. You might as well just play like hardcore, because you're not going to die like on the regular mode, right? Unless you're like looking away.
Well, no, I know. I mean, that's why
it's boring.
I still like Diablo 4. I know.
I like Diablo for, like I said,
Yeah.
it's a casual player to play, or it's somebody like me to put in like 2 weeks or a month into it. But you can't come back to Diablo all the time. You can't, like you can to PoE 1. Like, PoE 1 was on one of my top 5 games ever made, and PoE 2 will probably go in there too. Like, so it's just a different beast. But Diablo is just. It's a stuttery mess. It never felt good. It never felt AAA. I know you think it did, John, but if you have like a discerning eye for other things, like technically that really matter, like their boss design, how you can't see anything that's going on, there's shit all over the floor. There's no key, like, it's not from a technical boss design standpoint. Blizzard cannot pull off what they did in this game. Like, this, you play this game and it almost feels like a very well designed like Warcraft fight from back in the day, like a boss or something. So anyway, get it, play it, or wait until it's out and play it. If you don't play this game at all, you're crazy, because Matt, it's going to be free. Check it out when it's free, hopefully. And then that's my review. I mean, Sweet. John, talk more though because I don't know.
What? I've said everything I need to say.
Okay.
I like it. I'm glad I have it. And I just haven't experienced nearly as much as you. But what I'm doing right now, I'm rather enjoying. Like, just like leaving the town and going out and killing some things and coming back. And then like right now I have a quest that
He's playing
goes
like a cozy sim. Like
I'm just saying
That's
what
fine.
level
That's the way you play it. That's
what
great.
level can I get to before I go to the next area? Because right now I'm supposed to advance to the next area. I got to the door of it, if you want to call it the entrance to it, and I didn't go in. I'm like, nah, I don't want to go yet. Let's just kill some more guys.
Okay, but you can kill guys on your way of going to the next quest. You're going to be over leveled.
No, I didn't want to go in that door. I'm not going in there.
Go in there and kill shit. It should be hard.
Because
I just chill, man.
No, you can't chill. This is not chill.
Listen,
this is kill,
Michelle,
kill.
it sounded bad. I went to a tree with bodies hanging
There's
from it.
Shit.
I
just
summoned
found a pile
girl.
Of bodies. This game's it's evil. It's actually dark, John. It's dark.
It is
fantasy.
evil. Listen, I found a house in the
girl
woods.
And her mom, like fucking Diablo, some crying bitch and her mother.
I was in these dark, evil woods.
Stomachs. Yeah,
I found
burned
a house with
booby bitch alive. Did you burn her? I had to burn a woman alive with her boobs out. This is dark shit.
I found a witch, like just enjoying her afternoon in her house. I killed her. Like she had a cauldron and stuff, and she was mean.
Yeah, there's a lot of mean people. There's a lot of bad men in this game.
That's fine.
No, I like that it's dark and adult. Yeah. It is. They did a good job with that. All right, so let's talk quickly about Marvel Rivals, another game that had pretty high concurrent player rates, like 500,000. Yeah, jump in, John. Did you play?
Matt, go ahead. No, I refuse to play this stupid shit. I'm
so,
sorry.
Matt, we're coming at this. Matt, have you played Overwatch? Let me get your history.
Oh, no, I have not. Guys, I'm going to come in as like fully blind newborn baby into these type of games.
Okay, so I've played a lot of Overwatch. And so people are saying it's an Overwatch clone. It's like, okay, well, Overwatch was Team Fortress with MOBA elements. So what is really what? But this is all the Marvel heroes, which is the selling point. It's not the gameplay, probably, right, Matt? Is that what attracted you to it? Like, I get to be Doctor Strange,
property, right? I love Marvel
Yeah.
Snap. I love all those, and they have Star-Lord and Rocket Raccoon. Yeah, they had some cool free, like 25 of these guys, free players at the beginning of it. So that's what drew me to it.
And the differences, too, between Overwatch, there's just destructible environments and also a synergy between two characters that play together. So it might be like, I'm going to be Hulk and you're going to be Iron Man, and then I can take my radiation and then Iron Man can blow it up. Like, so they encourage you to pair up with people,
That was
which
fun.
is cool. Yeah.
I'm just going to, it's your spotlight, but I'm just
No,
going to jump in very
Matt, jump
quickly.
in because I didn't play tons of this.
So I'm going in completely new. I didn't even do the tutorial. I'm like, I can figure this out.
Whoa.
Like, I'm just a guy.
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah, I'm just a guy with powers.
No toot,
What?
Matt.
Big swinging
No
dick
toot.
here.
No toot.
Yeah, no toot, Matt, guys.
You probably
I know-
don't
no
read
toot
an
Matt did.
IKEA manual either,
No.
huh?
You know, I did.
Throw
I
that shit
put
away.
it together a chair once without looking at a manual. That's the
I
type of
take a
girl
big
I am.
poop and I wipe
Yeah.
my butt with the IKEA manual. And I say, not
Wait,
today.
don't do that. I thought you used a poop rag.
Yeah, well, in between. So first of all, the presentation, I love the flashiness of this game. Like, I think they did a great job in the animations, the character intros, just the energy that they've pumped into this. This might be just normal for these type of games, but I thought they did it well with just introducing these cool characters.
My
All right,
complaint with it.
so what is this? A hero-based shooter?
I said basically Overwatch with other stuff. For me, the combat doesn't feel as polished and connect as well as Overwatch combat. So if we're going to compare it to other
mess.
things in the genre, the combat is a little floaty, a little messy, but it is free and it's not bad. Like if you get together with your friends and you want to be Marvel heroes from it, but it's kind of look like a Fortnite skin or something going on. Like it doesn't feel AAA polished to me. It kind of feels a little jank.
Are you saying it's not a technical marvel?
No, it's not a technical marvel.
Oh, okay.
Can I
Path of
say, though,
Exile
like,
2.
I think that's, as a complete noob, that's kind of the letdown for me with this game, is that after all that flash, all that build up, at the end of the day, it's just meeting in a center somewhere and just mashing buttons. And it's just, everything just seems a little chaotic and a little glitchy. Like I feel like I'm hitting people, but their health isn't going down, and then I'm just dying for I don't know why. Like it just seems a little too much for me.
There's people in the sky, right? Because like I played Doctor Strange,
being
I had
sniped from
20
the
kills
sky.
and no deaths. I thought I was playing bots, and it's just because I could float around. And Iron Man just never comes down either. He's another character to play. Like you never come down. You're just up in the sky, so you can kill
There's some
people when they
balance
don't even
issues,
know.
for sure.
Yeah, like in Overwatch, like with Pharah, you have to come down and recharge and stuff like that. It kind of feels like balancing all of these superheroes is a little bit daunting, and they haven't gotten that down. But that being said, I think it could be mindless fun for you and your friends, but I don't feel, John, that it's a technical marvel. I don't.
Okay, I have a question though. Does this game have legs, or is this yet another free-to-play game
Well,
that's going to be
look,
gone in a year?
I think Marvel's going to carry it. People are nuts about this
yeah,
stuff.
but
and they're
what
gonna be
about
like,
the other DC brawler thingy? Remember the
It's got enough juice.
the
It's
what
got
was
juice.
that
It had over
Smash Brothers?
500,000 concurrent players, John.
Yeah,
I mean,
but remember
people-
that DC Smash Brothers game?
Yeah.
What was
No,
that?
I think people will like
Multiverse?
this.
Yeah,
There's-
Multiverse. Is that gone?
It's around, but it's not. This is like Marvel's the powerhouse franchise. They're
Yeah.
gonna drip.
Right.
They're gonna drip a character every 2 weeks. That's gonna
Yep.
be like, holy shit, Red Hulk's coming out. That's amazing, and people are
Yeah.
gonna stay on. And that's Marvel Snap in a nutshell. Like the
Yeah.
game got boring after a while, but I kept on like, oh shit, that card's coming out.
Yeah, John, they're not
That's what
hurting. In
gives
just
me-
72 hours, we have reached a milestone of 10 million players worldwide. The game is free. People are going to play it. Do I think it's like I said, amazing? No. I feel like it's a Fortnite skin or something, but
It's fun, though.
but I don't think it's bad. I don't
But
think it's
is it going to become like an event game where things happen every month?
probably,
And
yeah, like B says, tie into the movie releases maybe, or skins,
Sure.
or
like
I
you're going to
think
have like Drake performing in the square or something.
maybe. People have been saying they've been having
Drake
fun.
in the
Like
Iron Man Tower.
they're like, look, it's fun. I just played Scarlet Witch. It's fun. It's not perfect. It's not polished, but it's fun. I mean, so if you'd all like this sort of stuff, I think it does have legs, John. I think it's going to stick around.
Jeff the
What do you
Land
think?
Shark. I played Jeff the Land Shark, and it was super cute. And I guess he's a healer, and I was having fun during that match.
Tell me
'Cause I
about
just felt
Squirrel
so-
Girl. People are going crazy about her.
I honestly did not play Squirrel Girl.
I don't
just know her from
Never
Marvel
even heard
Snap.
of Squirrel Girl. And
She's always drawn with gigantic nuts on her chest.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, before we talk about Indiana Jones, I also quickly, I put in most of my time with Path of Exile, but I did play a little more Infinity Nikki, and I want to recommend it to you, John, because you go around collecting all of these different stars and trying to figure out how to get on top of buildings, and it's
What
very
do you
Nintendo.
mean, like Ariana Grande and
Yeah, and I feel like you would like it. Okay, so just a little plug for Infinity Nikki.
She said
on
you
PC.
collect stars.
Yeah.
Oh, that new game that's coming out, that Square Enix guy.
What?
Right?
What?
He's the Square Enix guy, the Final Fantasy guy? Little
No.
No, he's a Zelda guy.
This is a Zelda guy.
Either way,
who
it's
did this.
that one where you're the girl.
He's a guy
doing
that
everything.
somehow escaped Nintendo because I didn't
Yeah.
think anyone could ever leave
He
Nintendo
did.
and
They
go
let him
on.
out. They let him out of Nintendo prison.
Well,
So
I think
really
there's a hit on that guy. I think Miyamoto is going to, I'm telling you, that guy needs to be careful. I don't think people leave Nintendo. That's never a story.
But this game's
it's
dead
never
to me.
like,
I'm never going in again. Okay, because
there's never a story where former Zelda developer creates a game.
We should do a fake
Leaves.
documentary like that, where like anyone
They
who's
always have a
worked.
heart attack right before they go, right at their like going away party.
Yeah. So anyway, we are giving away Path of Exile 2, Indiana Jones, and Call of Duty Gunner glasses in our Discord.
And
Coming
Gunnar.
down at videogameoutsiders.com. Thank you, cdkeys.com, for sponsoring that Indiana Jones giveaway as well. They are a great place to get keys. They got a good deal on Indie right now. You can save like 10, 15 bucks. All right. So I'm just drinking water with True Lemon and True Lime. John, what did you do over there?
Well, I did some stuff. It was a great week, honestly.
Yeah.
First of all, Call of Duty. Call of Duty came out with their season 1.5 whatever update, and with new maps. It's actually called Season 1 Reloaded. And so they Christmasized Nuketown, which is my favorite map. And so it's all festive and snow and lights and all that shit.
Did you put your
And then-
glasses on while you were playing? Did it make it
My
clearer?
Gunnars.
Your Gunnars?
My Gunnars.
Okay.
Yes.
Gooners?
I put my Adler glasses on, and they added an old map called Hacienda. They remastered it, and then they added this new small, tiny fucking map that is fucking chaos. It's absolute insanity. And if you like really tiny maps, I forgot the name of it. I think it's called, I don't remember, but you're gonna love this new map. So Matt and I have been playing that. I prestiged like a week or so ago. I'm about to prestige again. And so I've been playing a fuck ton of that. And then last week on Wednesday, Delta Force came out in an open beta. And if you remember, I talked about before, I played the closed beta. I had a key for it. Now there's an open beta. Everybody can play it on Steam for totally free. And I highly recommend you guys check this out. I think this game is going to be pretty big when it comes to console in January. Like the official release is in January. Right now it's early access. And basically they have two modes right now. One mode is a Battlefield clone. And by the way, the total player concurrent count in this beta has eclipsed Battlefield, the last Battlefield game already.
Oh, wow.
That's not a very good like test, though.
Well, it's a Battlefield clone and it has more players
last
than Battlefield.
like bombed.
I know it did, but I played it. Everyone played it on day one, Michelle. So, like, I mean, before we all knew it was shit. I think it's actually maybe better now. I might want to go back to it, but I don't know. So the game right now has basically two main modes. You have a Battlefield mode, which is controlling capture points. There's vehicles, helicopters, all that shit. It's fucking chaos. It's lunacy. You feel like you're in a fucking battle. The guns are good. They feel great. The customization of the guns is really awesome. You can tweak all the little details on your, like you can actually tweak and I'm trying to think what they call it exactly. You can tune your attachments, this is kind of a new thing. So like, for instance, your scope, you can adjust like the eye relief, meaning how close your head needs to be to the lens, which then adjusts the zoom, but then you might get some minus stats, and you could adjust and tune every little detail on your weapon. It's crazy.
Fiddly.
So if you're really fiddly and into gun stuff, you're going to like that. But for me, what's really fun is the extraction mode. And the thing is, though, I played the closed beta, so there's not a lot new for me to talk about besides some of the maps. But really, it's the same game. But Matt and I really like that extraction mode, and it's just chaos. It's fun. There's a lot of fuckery in there. It's PvP, PvE, so you've got PvE players on the map, bots that you can kill, and then other players trying to do the same objectives and get out with the money. And it's just a lot of fun, and they did it really well. And I think the guns are great, and the shooting feels good. I mean, if you're into like shooters like this, I think you're gonna want to check it out. And I think I suspect this is gonna do well on console. I really do. I think it's going to. And then in January when it releases, they have a campaign mode, which is a retelling of the Black Hawk Down. the whole thing, like the movie and everything.
Yes, I
Ridley
remember the
Scott.
movie.
That looks cool.
So the campaign is based on the Ridley Scott movie, and that's going to be co-op and single player. So that's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
And then I played, Indiana Jones
Your game.
and PoE.
Yay.
Yeah, but you have to review the glasses, John.
Oh, the Gunnars. So the ones I have the amber lenses, okay?
Yeah.
And you can get them in different lenses. They're blue blocking, which I guess I've never felt like I was sensitive to this, but maybe I am because I don't sleep well at night. But I guess, if you block the blue, it's less fatiguing and you can sleep better, right? And so they have different tints. You can get like the clear ones, which is better for graphic design and stuff because it's not changing the color. The ones I have are amber. It's like a tinted yellow kind of thing.
And those are the ones we're giving away as well.
Yes, yeah, and it does an interesting effect on the screen. I can't describe it, but it's just kind of.
Have you ever had tinted polarized sunglasses, John? Like, is it similar to that?
Yeah, my glasses are always polarized. Yeah, no, I can't describe it. It's kind of like
haze,
a warming effect, kind of.
My sunglasses are dipped like that a little bit. Yeah.
And I actually really like them. And I have to say, I'm kind of impressed with these because I've got reading glasses that I use all the time on the computer. And I like these frames way better. Like, they're kind of heavier. And I like how they fit on my head better. And they're a little more masculine.
Okay, this is getting personal.
Let me get them right here. They have like a nice weight to them, but not in a negative way. Like, you just kind of like, I just like how the lenses are bigger. Mine are kind of like, not as tall, like maybe 1.25 inches or something. And these are like maybe 2 inches tall. And I like how they just, there's less peripheral bleed,
Yeah, the frames are bigger. So the lenses are bigger. So you have more of a viewing point through them. So yeah, they're nice looking and they're sold out and they're $110
cool.
value. And I bet people start selling the in-game items. So
it comes,
I think is a good win.
And what I like about them too is it's subtle. It's not screaming Call of Duty. Okay.
No.
Like, I like subtle stuff, like little symbols and logos that nobody knows what it is, but
but
someone
maybe
goes,
a guy
"Hey,
will
dude."
come up to you in the gas station, and be like, "Hey, bro, you play COD?" And you can be like, "Oh God, I gotta get out of here."
It says Call of Duty etched on the side, really tiny. It comes in a cool Call of Duty case, Gunnar case. It
if
has
you saw a guy with that, would you say something, John?
I would say
something
what
if
those
I
are.
saw someone in a PoE shirt. I'd be like, "Hey, you play PoE?"
You know what's funny? When I got these, I texted my friend Matt McCarthy and I said, "Look what I got, dude." And then he texted me back a photo of his Gunnars and said, "Welcome to the club."
Oh,
yeah.
Gosh, wow. Can't keep up with the Joneses when they're going to beat you, John. This
I didn't even know Matt was rocking
No.
Gunnars.
The things that guys are doing at their house, you have
run
no
over to
clue.
his house?
They're
What?
sick. Yeah.
Did you run over for a big high
Can you
five?
please stop saying Gunnar? I think it's Gunner.
Nah, let me say Gunnar.
Not Ganache, okay?
Gunnar would be.
I think it is Gunnar, but I like saying Gunnar.
We have a link in our Discord in the giveaways area, Old Cranky. I'm not sure
by
if
the
those
way,
are them.
you can
These are
get
the Ghost
prescriptions,
edition.
and I would actually really love to get my reader prescription on these. Like, I would really like that quite a bit. But you can go on the site, you can get all your prescriptions filled with using their lenses and all that. But yeah, they're pretty cool, and we're giving them away. I mean, this is a really cool prize, honestly.
It is. And so you've got a couple weeks. We're doing it for Christmas as well with Path of Exile and Indiana Jones. All right, John, anything else?
Nope, and I'm drinking a Miller Lite.
Okay, Matthew, what'd you do?
Oh, okay. I'm going to go out. Well, I obviously played Indiana Jones and that Marvel game as well. But a quick shout out to Wild Frost. I know this came out, I think, last year, but it just came out on Game Pass today or yesterday. It's a really cool deck builder game that's going to get lost in all the hubbub with all the big games, but I think you should check it out. If you have Game Pass, it's kind of like Slay the Spire. It's kind of that same format, but your players are anyways, check out the website. It's just a cool little deck builder game with a really good presentation, really kind of chunky combat. Like, you're pulling cards and they're actually like hitting the other cards. There's explosions going on. It feels like a well-made one of these type of games. So it's a roguelike deck builder is what it's called. Check it out.
That's
Wild
a very
Frost.
ingenious name, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a game out. Just go to the website and you can find out what they're saying about it. Because I got nothing to say about it, but the website I'm sure has a lot more to say about it than I have to say about it.
I explained it.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at it on Steam. It looks pretty cool. It came out April 12th, 2023, but on Game Pass now. Look,
You got
Game
cards and you fight.
Yeah, just listen,
Go to
Matt.
the
If there's any
website.
questions,
Hey,
just go to the
here's my
website. We
POE2
don't have to
review.
explain
Go to
it.
the website, you
Don't
fool.
tell us about it.
Go to the website.
Oh, okay.
Go to the
Buckle
tape.
in. Okay, so it's called
Go to-
Wild Frost. Now, apparently, at some point,
Yeah.
the Earth kind of froze over. So these guys
right.
are like, "Oh shit, we got to get it back."
Is it a
so you
Hearthstone
set
clone?
out.
Good question, Carl. Is it a Hearthstone
Wait,
clone?
is this
No,
the
you're
same
not
game
fighting,
we're talking
You're
about?
not
Wild
fighting
Frost?
other people. Yeah, no, I'm getting into it, John. So
Well, they had
it's not
single story
it's not.
stuff. Oh, this is made by Chucklefish.
Matt, they have a
Chucklefish did this.
website. You don't need to talk about this game. What are you talking?
Oh no, I'll do a service for no. The listeners deserve more. So you get out there, and it's like a rogue. Like, so you pick. Am I going to go to the treasure route? Am I going to go to the cave and
Alright.
fight these people? I'm going to go maybe find a new person to add to my deck. You can add new companions to add to your deck. So in the heat of battle, you can pull them and put them on the field. So it's all these cards. It's like you're playing Magic the Gathering, basically. It is. It's Magic the Gathering, except in a new format. Except it's
Okay.
not.
Oh,
You're
Doesn't
playing
look
cards
like
every
Magic
turn.
the Gathering.
oh, it's a card game,
Okay.
but it's not
John,
Magic.
card builder.
It's
Go
not
to
Magic
the
the
website,
Gathering.
you idiot.
Deck builder.
Oh, duh, Matt. Why didn't you just say that right
This is
away?
an
Yeah, like,
interactive podcast. If you're listening, put it on pause. Check out Wild Frost. Just Google it. It'll come up.
Yeah.
And you can see what I'm talking about.
And
You
it's
get
on Game
cards-
Pass. Phil did it again.
And it's on Game Pass. And it's been out for a year, so it's a
That's
good
all right.
game.
People,
I-
you know what? People don't play all the games, Matt. They always come. They're like, "What's some good game recommendation?" I'm like, "Have you played this?" They're like, "Nope." And it can be from 5 years ago. Most people aren't crazy like us, playing every game every week.
That's true.
It's still a good
Right.
recommendation.
And going to
even
their
if it's
website.
old. And going to their website.
I explained it, and then I threw to the website. I'm just like, it's hard to explain.
That's a
If
new
you want a
move, by the
visual-
way.
I like that, though.
You've never pulled that
That's
move
a
on
new
the
one.
podcast.
That's a new Mattism. Go to the website.
Crutch. It's a crutch, okay? I needed a crutch.
I've never.
Better than me. I just talk 100 miles a minute and talk over people. So go to the website. We're going to try that next week.
Okay, so
Punko went
picture
to
it
the
if you
website
will.
and they said to ask Matt, would it fuck?
Oh, no, it's a circle.
I think you've heard enough
I don't
about.
Yeah, Wild Frost. Wildfrost.com.
Okay. They
I
pay
think.
you to talk
I
about
don't
that
even know the
URL or
website, to be honest.
Matt's getting
Punko in the
kickback.
chat says he went to the website and the
I already
website
said
told
that,
him to
John.
ask Matt. Oh, you did.
I already said
Wild
that.
Frost.
Oh my God.
Yeah, welcome to 2
Okay,
minutes
so
ago.
you can visit wildfrostgame.com.
Also go to 3ddickprints.com. Now, John, what does that go to these days? I don't know. I don't want to know.
Oh,
We
it's
may
a
have new
mobile game
t-shirt
too.
coming for
Check
the
out your
holidays.
phone. Open your phone.
3D
Okay.
Dick Prints goes to our store. And by the way, 3ddickprints.com is our little merch store, and we're
Yeah.
going to be having new merch soon.
Is that our new store or Fourth World? No,
No,
that's
that's our
not
other
our
store.
store.
We're gonna be
No.
new merch.
No,
Well,
no,
that is
no.
our store.
You don't want to go here. You want to go to VGO.
Well, you can go there.
It's a different fucking website. Okay, go to VGOmerch.com.
Well, we've got it. We've got two merch stores, and they both work. One was for our
VGO
15-year anniversary,
Yeah.
and
VGO
then
merch
DJ
has
Horse.
hats. It has mouse pads.
Yeah,
Don't-
VGO merch.
Yeah.
And by the way, the mouse pad, I use that every day. This is not really meant to be an ad. I'm telling you, the mouse pads are great. That
Yeah.
36 by 18 mouse pad has been on my desk since we made it, a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Or was it last year? I love that fucking
Yeah.
mouse pad.
Jedi, we're going to try
Okay,
to
so we
get
got a
new
request.
merch. We want a VGO 20 shirt, at least, for the upcoming 20 years. So, John, maybe if we can get up by New Year's or something, like a new shirt.
Yeah, we will. We'll do it.
We're going to do some custom
guys-
designs.
Do you guys know I use the 10th anniversary one as my main gym shirt?
Oh, really?
Nice.
Whenever I go to the gym, that's like my go-to gym shirt.
That's
I want
awesome.
a
Still
good
holds
20-year
up. Like
one,
the
but
quality of that thing.
It's hard to get a good woman's t-shirt. Like the cuts are always terrible. They really are on these sites. Like it's totally like they make just a
You
typical
need a
dude
baby
t-shirt.
doll. Don't they have baby doll shirts?
Yeah, maybe the baby doll, but I don't like the ruffly sleeves. I'm not Drew Barrymore
Not
in
ruffly
1997.
sleeves.
Sometimes
No, like
baby doll t-shirts have like
shirt?
ruffly sleeves, like they're crinkly. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it's just the way they're cut. Like the waist
Yeah,
comes
no, I
in
do-
severely. Yeah.
no, I like a fitted. I don't want some boxy thing. Anyway, I think we have to
The
take a
baby
break.
doll is that, Michelle?
The baby doll.
Anyways, Wild Frost, and I'm drinking
Oh.
Coke Zero because the other game is the big one.
All right, this is it. I'm super excited.
That's right.
This is our Indiana Jones Circle of the World something round
Circle
table.
jerk review?
Circle of Life.
What's it called? Circle
Great Circle.
Jerker?
The Great Circle.
The Great
And by the
Circle.
way,
okay.
The Great Circle Jerk.
They
And I
couldn't just
guess-
say Indiana Jones in the Circle. They had to be the
No.
Great Circle, right?
Well, I guess there's a reason for this. And Todd Howard, who is the executive producer behind this, who did it? The
Machine
Wolfenstein Studio did it.
Machine Games.
But Todd Howard is executive producer. I heard him on Lex Friedman, and I related a lot to him because he said how important Raiders Lost Ark was to him as a kid. And it's my favorite movie, period. And he really wanted to make a serious Indiana Jones game, like one that's never been done. And from my perspective, I can't think of a single Raiders Lost Ark or Indiana Jones game that I ever played that I remember, except for the one on the 2600.
I played a wonderful Indiana Jones game growing up on the PC.
Games.
It was point and click.
Yes, I remember
there
the
was
Lucas
boxing. There was and he was at Yale. Why is he at just some weird college in Connecticut that's not Yale?
They probably didn't get the Yale license.
Well, I found that offensive as a Connecticutite. Okay, I found it offensive that it was just like Grimsley College. I'm like, he's a professor at Yale. Okay, so but other than that. It's a great circle. It's not just a good one. Exactly, guys.
Right.
It's not just a good circle.
Adequate circle.
It's a great circle. There's only one type of circle. It's either a circle or not a circle. A circle is a perfect circle. So what's up with the
My
name?
understanding about the circle, though, is that there are these treasures or locations around the globe, and if you connect them all together, it forms a circle around the Earth.
Okay.
That's
wonderful.
something like that.
Okay.
That's why it's named that. And this was Todd Howard's idea. He had it forever, and then he brought it to Machine Games. Is it Machine Games? The Wolfenstein Studio.
So.
Yeah, and he oversaw the whole thing, but he let them cut loose.
So our table tonight is a circle, and this round table is sponsored by cdkeys.com. Win a copy of Indiana Jones in our Discord right now on videogameoutsiders.com.
Right.
Now, John, let's get this circle table set up. Are we ready? Can we do this?
Can I have my fedora, Matt?
I'll take the whip.
It fits me.
You
can take
you
the
wear the
jacket.
turban. You wear the turban.
You got the jacket.
I can't wear the
pretty
turban.
No, Matt wears the turban. I wear the fedora.
I wear the.
I
wear the hat. We
put
talked about
Marion's dress on.
Okay. I thought I could have the whip.
Michelle,
I kind of
please.
want to like.
No,
Okay.
I think you need the whip if you have the hat, so I'm going to keep the whip and the hat.
All right.
Because they kind of
John,
go
you wear
together.
the turban.
I don't want
to wear the turban. People start thinking
grapes.
things about me.
You can wear the priest outfit.
Yeah, priest outfit could be good.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
right.
Okay. Let's
talk about where we got it.
Yes,
We're all
please.
Indiana Jones fans, right? Let's set let's set the level here.
For me, it was Indiana Jones. Like it was a different one than John, right? I like the fourth one with the
Crusade, Last Crusade.
Yeah. No, not Last Crusade.
No, you like Temple of Doom.
Yeah, I like Temple of Doom. That was the one.
monkey one.
Temple of Doom is the second movie.
I grew up with on HBO.
Temple of Doom. All right, let's get this all straight. Raiders Lost Ark is the first movie.
I hate that movie. I don't like that one. It was old to me as a kid. It was old and moldy from another time.
Temple of Doom is the second movie, but is a prequel. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes. Last Crusade is the
Crusade.
Yes.
Wow.
Last Crusade is the third movie. This game takes place between Raiders Lost Ark and the Last Crusade.
Yeah,
Between
the Crystal
those.
Skull was
Last
4.
Crusade?
That was shit.
Well, then it's like Crystal Skull and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
And then the one after that.
Look, 2 and 3 are good, but I like 2. That's like my Rocky 4. It's like my go-to. So, but I mean,
Temple of Doom
is
cool. I mean, I like Last Crusade quite a bit too. Sean
Last
Connery's
Crusade's
great.
my favorite of all time.
Yeah.
For sure.
I have to say Raiders is mine. But anyway, okay. Raiders is something also my dad and I shared, and so whatever. It was the first VHS tape I ever owned. My dad took me to like a video store where we rented videos, and they would sell used.
You rented videos.
Yes, and they would sell used VHS tapes, ones that were previously rented, and that was the first one I ever got. And for some reason, he bought it, and I watched it 50 million times because of that.
Yeah, I mean those were all on HBO every day, which is what I grew up on. HBO
or
HBO,
TBS if you're in Canada.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So
we all played on. Okay, so I started on Game Pass on my PC.
Yes.
And then
on my Xbox.
I didn't like my experience on the PC, and I figured like the way in the beginning, I know it changes. It was in the beginning was press A to clear a path, press E to pick up a tree, press W to move a tree.
I picked up on that too, Michelle. I got it. I know.
Yeah. So in the beginning, I was like, is this just a fancy Telltale game? Let me do, because my sister got it on Steam, and I have Steam family sharing. I said, let me stream from her Steam to my bedroom television with a controller. Let me lay in bed and play this because I feel like I would enjoy it more. So I actually didn't technically play on Game Pass, but I did have two experiences. I checked it out kind of on the PC on ultra wide, and I checked it out like on a 4K TV. And I thought like people right off the bat were saying how good it looked, but a lot of these things are cutscenes, right? But they captured Harrison Ford's face, and the voice actor did a great job. And it feels Indiana Jonesy right off the bat, right? You feel like you're in a movie in a good way.
That's a recreation shot by shot, right? Like the very first.
Yeah. So the game start. I don't want to like spoil the beginning, but you'll figure this out in 5 seconds. The game starts out looking at the famous Paramount Mountain. If you remember, the logo was superimposed over this mountain, like in South America. And it starts out with that, and it's a shot by shot recreation of the opening scene where he steals the idol.
Yeah.
In Raiders. And then after that, I'm not going to tell you what happens, but that's how the game starts. Yeah. And let me tell you something. I had the biggest fucking smile on my face when that game started. Now, Michelle,
I hated the beginning. I hated the first 20 minutes. I was like, this is a pretty telltale game. And then
it's not. It's not at all. It's not at all. But here's the thing.
I'm telling you my opinion. I hated the beginning. It was walk forward, press a tree. I hate games that continually give you loss of control of your character to then press a button in between. And the beginning of this game does not, I think, display properly.
We're talking
what
about the first 7 minutes of the game.
Okay, and that's your first impression of a game. And for me, it wasn't great. It didn't start opening up to me until like 20 minutes, then 30 minutes. Then after 3 hours, I think it got even better. And then once you get the camera and all this other stuff and the guns, I don't think they did a good job in the beginning for me personally, is all I'm saying. It just felt like a walking simulator.
I appreciated the remake of Raiders. It was.
I think that's why I was drawn in. I'm like, this is really cool. Like,
it was a little unnecessary bonus, honestly. It just they didn't even need to do it.
It was there for nostalgia, Jedi says. Yeah, so maybe.
Yeah, they did introduce you to some of the control concepts because you do a lot of the left to move things and all that. Yes, Michelle, I noticed it too. Okay, I did.
Walk forward, press A. Walk forward, press E.
I know.
I mean, that's
it's a tutorial.
It's a confident game. Yeah, it's confident in itself. It's saying.
But we're literally talking about the first 10 minutes, and then it lets you
The
lose.
first 10 minutes should blow me away. Okay, I should watch up on the beach.
But it did blow me away,
like I did in Path of Exile 2. Okay.
I also played with a huge smile, and I was blown away by how it looked,
Oh my God,
I knew it was going to branch out.
They fucking okay. I'm going to get this out of the way right now. This is and should be a movie. I mean, this is literally a movie. The writing is top notch. The voice acting, holy fuck, that guy sounds like Harrison Ford.
Troy Baker is
he does a lot of stuff.
Like, holy fuck.
Great.
And then I'll say this, I think Indy's face is a little off, though. I can't put my finger on it. It's not quite Harrison Ford, but it's really close.
There's a tiny
good
puppet
job.
looks going on, but...
Yeah, but the music, the story, the voice acting, it's all off the fucking charts. Like, you feel like you're literally in a Spielberg Lucas movie.
I was worried it was going to be like from some of the like stuff they showed in the beginning, like a choo-choo and all that weird campy stuff. I was like, this looks bad, but it ends up feeling like Indiana Jones. So that is the good thing about it. If you're a fan of the movies, you're going to like that.
Yeah, so so right now there's like 4 main worlds or areas you go to. I'm in the first still. I'm in Vatican City, and I've played for like 4 or 5 hours now.
It's massive. There's so much to do in this.
So I'm in Vatican City.
Smaller sections, but they have a lot of layers to them, right? So it's not open world, just to be clear.
It's open world E. There's fast traveling. There's fast traveling within it. There's exploring you can do in between. There's side quests. But so far for me, a big part of the gameplay is sneaking around.
Yeah.
It's not as annoying as I thought it was going to be. And I have yet to fire my pistol, even though I have one.
Yep.
I've done all my combat with fist fighting, and it is. Remember, Michelle, we read all those articles of how it was intentionally chaos.
Fighting.
But you know what they did though. But you know what? It captures the essence of indie though.
Sure.
And the sound
I'd rather just shoot.
Well,
but that's not indie, right? Like indie was. Rush with his fists and just get into fights all of a sudden and just kind of like roughhouse his way out of situations.
Yeah, and so like all over the map, there's pots and pans and candlesticks and like,
so much stuff to beat people with in this map. It's everywhere you go. There's a spade.
I mean, I don't know what to say about this game.
Did you feel it needed the combat?
Can I make a point about that though?
Yeah.
I think this game is tremendous in exploration, story, everything you said. Where it's weakest, I think, is in the combat and AI, because the AI is dumb as shit.
The technical marvel. I look at technical stuff, and that's where like my complaints come here.
It's not a marvel.
No, because like Matt's saying,
Are you saying
AI,
this is not
the
a technical
animation-
marvel?
No, but it doesn't make
the AI is
Not
dumb.
the animation. I'm like the AI and the enemies are dumb. And like, just sorry, but it's also they got to fine tune this. It's such an easy fix, but like I took a picture in the wrong place, and 10 people came at me to kill me. Like that's not a reasonable response in a game,
Right?
But that it's just a little the AI right now.
Well,
is just very sensitive.
There's one part, I don't know how far you guys got, where you go into the catacombs underneath the Vatican and you have to escape.
Yeah.
And then there's all the Italian fascist dudes. And
they're just called fascists.
I know. I kind of thought that was funny. And the thing is, I got to the part where the Zeppelin comes into the Vatican and then the Nazis are coming now. Because, by the way, this game takes place pre-World War II, just as, I guess, Hitler's coming to power. And so the Vatican has been invaded by Mussolini's guys, basically, right? And they're just called fascists. They're just called fascists. And so when they're
the black shirts too, like they're fascist guys who march.
Well, when they speak, it says fascist : we need to find him. You know, like that's the subtitle. but I just got to the part where the Nazis are coming. And I'm actually really interested to see how they handle that with the Nazis.
What do you think about like the skill books for points and the medicine bottles to hand in? And
that's kind of cool, actually.
The skill, like I was glad to see stuff like that where it felt
it's
like
a different way of handling it. Yeah, so
it's very immersive too.
You find these books that give you basically new combat abilities, and you can use points to spend if you had to activate the book, basically. And I thought that was a clever way. And the map is like a piece of paper that you pull out. And you look at it and it shows the waypoints and all that.
I feel like I'm in the minority here, but I kind of wanted it to be third person. I know I mentioned that to you, John. I said I'm playing as Indiana Jones. I want to see him because when I was first playing this game, like with my ultra wide up,
it's
close,
an interesting choice for especially with platforming.
Weird. Like, yeah, I didn't connect with being Indiana. Like to me, the best thing about this is they sold Indiana Jones and the look, the feel, the sound. Like I want to see him. I almost want like that God of War over the shoulder view with this game. I don't know. Maybe the first person works. It's more immersive. But I felt like it was kind of taking away from the game. I
don't totally disagree with you.
Okay.
And the platforming, first person platforming.
I mean, that's like a Metroid VR game when it shouldn't have.
Like Metroid Prime was one of the first to really like nail first person platforming.
Third person in a lot of the platforming though. Like if you're climbing stuff, they pull back the third.
Yeah,
person.
like okay,
but that's awkward though. Give me the option for both. Like
they
Skyrim
do go to
does,
third person, like when you have your whip. So the whip is a major part of this game. It's basically a grappling hook type thing. And so there's always little attach points and you're constantly looking around for them. And when you use the whip, it latches onto the point and then Indy can climb up and he has stamina. And by the way, I have to say, I appreciate how he moves and he's like an old man. He's always just like tired and
he wasn't like that old in it.
I know, but
like
Indy was late 30s, I think.
But Indy was a professor, right? Who's just like suddenly on an adventure.
Well, like Candyman he's having the fight with Candyman in the beginning. Like he's towering over him and he's like getting the shit kicked out of him. I was like,
Candyman,
okay,
that's right.
It's Candyman. Yeah, basically, I'm like, this is pretty. Like you feel that professorness. He wasn't the cool Indiana Jones at that point. He was like this weak little bitch.
I know, but I love like when he's scaling like on a pipe and he gets to the top of it, he's like,
you like he's out of shape a little bit. You prefer the dad bod makes you.
But that's how Indy's always been, though. He's kind of like
he's an everyman he's
an everyman
right?
that's always in these like just impossible situations that are almost superhuman, but he's not superhuman.
I
also
like
to your point,
the
John, I
lore
love
the story of it though. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, and the little quips that you hear that he throws at, and a little like digs he takes at his enemies, like, "Oh, that's a wet noodle you threw at me." And it's funny. Like and Troy Baker does. It's him, right? Troy Baker.
Yes,
I think
I believe so. Yep.
He just nails it. I don't know. Like I'm
Todd
so
Baker?
jealous of this guy.
Or
no,
Troy Baker. Like the talent this guy has, like I think that's a fantastic Harrison Ford impersonation.
I wish it was really Harrison Ford or an AI Harrison Ford, but he's the second best thing. He's good.
It's scary how good it is because I actually didn't believe. I'm like, wait, is this really
this guy
Harrison
does 10
Ford?
voices in one like comic book movie. Like he's good. Like he's talented, and that sold it. If they missed the mark on the indie, they would have could have ruined this, right? So those are the great things. And for me, I really do like I was liking the beginning when like you get broken into and you're putting away all the Egyptian mummy stuff and the artifacts. Like you feel like you're in that Tomb Raider or Indiana Jones, Uncharted, whatever you want to call it. You're in that world of being a professor, being an archaeologist.
Matt, that one puzzle in the catacombs with the Jesus with the wounds. Did you do that one?
Yeah, I did. But
I had to get a piece of paper out to do that.
to memorize.
But that's not a slight. I think that's cool because
the puzzles are cool.
What.
These puzzles are they balance the fine edge between like, holy crap, I understand, just push this, and like I actually got to think about this for 2 seconds.
Right.
But I like that. I grew up playing
adventure
adventure games. Matt, did you kind of feel like you were a kid again playing an adventure game with this game? Like I think it captures.
Yeah,
that
that's what this game is to me. It's solving these puzzles. And this Vatican City, there's so many hidden places in it. Like you can just go roaming and just find yourself in just some weird bunkers and just hidden and that's the exploration in this game is tremendous. And then you get to the combat and you're like, okay, I'm on the hardest difficulty in this game and I can punch my way through like 10 fascists at a time. Like it's just, they're dumb. Like these things they'll look right at you and not see
well,
you.
I was about to tell you
I was like, did we need the combat? Because it takes away technically.
No, well, you technically do need the combat because that's a consequence of getting caught. Right. So like you have to have that
vehicle. Put you in a prison where you got to figure out a puzzle to get broken out. There's many ways to deal with it. I feel like the combat's just a little clunky and I feel like I wish they had.
It's intentionally chaotic.
Oh, not this.
No,
again.
but it's easy to me too. But like you don't have to sneak around in this game. And I've read in reviews too, people are like, once I realized you don't have to sneak around because the combat's so easy, like you can just whale yourself through situations.
Okay, Ari brings up a point, Matt. He says the enemies are dumb in the movie, so it kind of makes sense. I mean, sometimes they are fumbling idiots in the movies.
So this is what I thought, this is legit what I thought. And thank you. I thought, is this game so kind of genius? It's kind of nailing that 80s, that enemies are just paper soldiers.
I don't think it was intentional, but
one or two
maybe it works.
punches.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a power fantasy, right? You're Indiana Jones that can go into any situation and punch his way out. Maybe that's what they're going for, because that's how I'm feeling right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
yeah, I mean there was one scene.
Is this up for any of your guys' game of the year next year? Is it that good to you?
I'm really compelled to come back time and time again.
I'm so into the story right now.
Yeah.
When that fucking Zeppelin came into the Vatican and the Nazis got off of it, that's where I left off today. I'm like, I need to know what's going to happen next.
And it's like watching a new indie movie. Like the cutscenes are great. The writing is funny.
This is the best new indie movie.
Will anyone
since
under 30
Last
play this?
Will
Will anyone under 30 play this? You think they
Indiana
will?
Jones, timeless cool.
Yeah,
he's timeless cool.
I feel like a 22-year-old has no clue what Indiana Jones is.
She's his cool dad. She's her cool dad. He is a cool millennial, right? Like he's professor by day, and then
he's a different type of millennial. I mean, this was like the 1800s, right? I mean, the 400s.
But millennials
1800s. What?
I know.
It's like 1937 or something.
Yeah,
that's right.
No, it's like the 30s.
It's 1937 because that was a code for one of the walkers.
It's when Hitler was jockeying and all that shit was basically getting lined up. Like,
yeah, but they did some cool Da Vinci Code type shit with the Vatican and stuff.
Yes,
too, so
I know. I knew you'd like the Vatican part. I'm like,
it's
because
cool.
And the Vatican is so detailed. I went into the Sistine Chapel by accident. I had no reason to be in there. And it was fucking stunning.
There,
and I'm like,
those are digital replications, though. I
walked into the Sistine Chapel on accident. And it was just there on accident. Like there was no reason for it to be there. And I'm in there. There's all these nuns.
This a movie. Let's get Harrison Ford out there.
Yes.
I don't know. CGI his face because it's a good story.
Get Matt LeBlanc and let's do it.
Yeah. Matt LeBlanc. You mean
Matt LeBlanc?
No, Matt Perry's
Matthew Perry.
No, Matt LeBlanc. Let's get Matt LeBlanc and let's get this done.
Matt LeBlanc's Joey is Indiana Jones. Hey, no, it's not going to work. I don't know. No, it's a good story, and I think that's what's important. So I don't think it's perfect. I think there's some flaws, but it's not going to take you away from wanting to play this game. But I think you have to be in the mood. My initial impression was not great, and then I ended up liking it better just changing from PC to in bed on TV with the controller. Like I found it just like, this is a great game to get together with your family or loved ones and watch interactive movie type of play, get the family together. Like, because it is as good as a movie, I think, story-wise.
It truly is. Yeah. And I cannot stress this enough. They nailed the feel of the movies on every fucking level, from the quality music, the quality dialogue, the wittiness, the travel. I forgot the name of the guy. The guy in the beginning,
his assistant or buddy or something gets drunk in his office.
His co-worker, I think.
Will we see another?
Colleague.
Will we see a sequel? Will we see another indie tale?
I hope so.
Like 10,000 years to make. Like,
I think. Listen, I think it's safe to say this. This is probably Xbox's best single-player game they've made to date.
But is it actually a game, or is it a interactive movie?
It's
it's going to be huge.
This is absolutely a fucking game. It's not interactive. Michelle, what I just did, this catacomb mission that took for fucking ever, and it was literally a game.
I was asking the question. That's all.
Yeah.
Compared to Hellblade.
It's not. This is not an interactive movie. No fucking way.
No, it's not Hellblade. No. It's
and
not
the cutscenes.
I think it is an interactive movie in a way, but it's still a game.
It's not. It is not.
The first scene is, but then it's not. It becomes an adventure.
It slowly opens up more and more. Yes.
It's not an interactive movie. Not even close.
It starts that way, and I think it unfolds into a.
We're talking about the whole intro with the Raiders Lost Ark bonus thing.
It's like Dishonored meets Uncharted.
Yeah. Dishonored.
I saw Dishonored comparisons to this.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm blown away. I truly am.
Me too. I love it. It's an 8 though, because like Michelle said, I mean, like I said too, I can't just give it a 10 with the combat the way it is. Maybe in 6 months they're going to tweak stuff. It's going to be better.
Yeah, I mean the fist fighting is probably what I like the least about it.
In it. I think
totally.
I'm not saying it's not a game. Okay, it is a game. It's more of an interactive movie. For me personally, I want more game in it. I want them to expand. If they make Indiana Jones 2,
what are you talking about?
I want them to expand on all of this. I want a talent tree type thing. Actually, I want like God of War. I want that. I want more from this. I want more.
The
game
books are
from
your
this.
talent tree.
I know they are. Look, I didn't say it was bad. I didn't say it I said if they were going to make a sequel, my wish list is to expand with more gameplay elements other than just EX, like in the beginning or whatever. Expand to more gameplay elements.
This is more of an adventure kind of game where you're exploring.
I know.
Getting lost in a catacomb. You're figuring out where to go.
Harry, I said it started off like a Telltale game. I said that was my initial impression. That quickly changed. Okay, I was concerned in the beginning because I spent literally 10 minutes. Yes, Amnesia, exactly.
It's like Amnesia games, right? Like you occasionally come across an enemy. So there's more enemies in this, but it's more about wandering around, finding your solving puzzles and stuff.
If they're going to continue on with the combat, I want them to just refine it. That's all.
I actually I regret not using my gun yet, and I should have used it.
I realized I had a gun. I didn't know I could use a gun.
Yeah, I'm finding ammo and stuff. So there's a few scenes in hindsight where I was trying to escape the catacomb. I keep going back to that because that was the big meaty thing I did in this game so far. And I should have used the gun on the last few fascists on the way out, and I would have gotten through it faster. Because I was sneaking around, and the AI is really dumb. I'm going to agree with that because
I'm saying these people aren't making a good game technically, which bothers me. Those types of things bother me.
Everything else, but.
Right. I'm sorry. I have to sigh just because. No, I didn't say it was a bad game, but I look at technical aspects of a game and it bothers me.
But they're not failing at making a game. They've made an incredible game. It's
sure, but there's some talent lacking somewhere with the engine or the creators, or they need to hide. They're just not you can have both. You can have a great game and a great story and great voice acting and great music, and also saying this is technically flawless.
But
and dumb
AI in a stealth game has always been a thing. And
but there's good stuff in other games.
You put a bucket on their head and they
but let's not compare this to 20 years ago. I'm saying for my wish list for if they were going to improve this game, it's almost like if you don't give something a 10 and say it's perfect, it's a problem. John has nothing bad to say about the game. Well, I said
the AI. I've been trying to give my example for 5 minutes, and you won't let me speak because there's one scene.
You're interrupting me because I said technically I think it could have been better, but I like the game.
All right. So there you go. Indiana Jones on Game Pass. We're giving away a copy.
That's right. It's for PC. The copy we have is for Steam from cdkeys.com. Come to Discord, enter to win. We've got it a week before we give that away, as well as Path of Exile and the COD Gunnar glasses. All right, let's get into
Gunnar.
What a giveaway. It's like Christmas.
There's 3 things going on, guys. And then we're going to be giving away Wukong and Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree for New Year's and Christmas and stuff too. So,
amazing.
All right.
Okay.
What else? News? What happened this week?
Game news.
Do you want to talk about? I wanted to bring this up on PC Outsiders, but this week, but I don't know. It might be worth bringing up, John, because you have it in the news. Valve is entering the console living room market potentially.
What?
Well, I mean, listen. I said this before. Make a Steam Deck without a screen.
Yeah. Well, they had a Steam. They did. It was a Steam box or whatever.
I know, but that was before Valve unlocked the Linux code. They've cracked the Linux code now, and this is the time to do it. Yes, they need to make a fucking Steam box, take the screen off the Steam Deck, put it in your living room, the end. That's
right.
how I use
this.
There you go.
That's how I use the Steam Deck anyway. The Steam
Brad
Deck
Lynch
is
confirmed
docked.
evidence pointing at Valve releasing a Steam box codenamed Fremont, a living room console with full-size HDMI alongside new Steam controller and Steam Link for streaming on the Deck and Deck Card. Likely the Steam Machine announcement for the 10-year anniversary next year. So that would be in line with the Pro Xbox or PlayStation maybe or something like that. But yeah, it's a new era, Jobber.
So all the games you buy
All
on
Steam
Steam,
games.
You can just re-download on this console.
Oh
Or you
yeah, it's
stream
like
it.
having another computer.
No, you don't stream.
don't
Matt,
have
okay,
to
listen.
stream.
Matt, what Michelle is describing,
PC.
I already do with the Steam Deck, okay? With lesser horsepower, okay? I can play most of my games in my living room via the Steam Deck docked, okay?
Gotcha.
So take that concept, remove the screen, give it a little more horsepower. That thing is going to be a fucking killer.
Well, yeah, I just talked about this on our gift guide that we just did up on the app. By the way, if you support We Picked Gifts, I ordered a $300 mini S-Form PC or whatever, and so I'm going to put it and I can play games on that. Like there are already mini PCs. This is basically
Sure,
just
but Michelle, this is potentially better though because the way they optimize the games.
Mine is potentially better because I can put Steam on it and also access Windows because it comes with Windows 11 installed, and we don't know if the Steam console will be locked in Steam OS. I prefer to have a mini PC over a Steam box any day.
Sure, but this might be more optimized and friendly for just like normal people. Why? The Steam Deck is.
There's nothing more like you install Steam and play in big picture mode the same way. It's just having something with Windows. But anyway, yeah, I did order a small PC. If you want to hear about it, it's on our app.
The problem with Linux, though, is that a lot of games with anti-cheats, you can't play them, like Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have that problem because I'm not running Linux. I'm running Windows through Steam. But they will come up with a solution. Look, Phil and Gabe are probably talking because let's say that Xbox handheld comes out and there's Steam on that too. There's also been a rumor that Steam is putting out their Steam OS for other handheld PCs. So I think they might be open to it. But it would be Microsoft not allowing them to Windows license on the Steam box, right? Like that would be the holdup. Like you can't just put Windows on something.
They're not going to, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
it's not going to ship with, I mean, you'd be able to jailbreak it just like the Steam Deck and put it on it.
Yeah, I mean, this would be not just an HTPC though, Cranky. I agree with you though. Like I've got one in every room, but I think the average person in their living room probably doesn't have an HTPC or a PC, unfortunately. And so if they just have a console and their PC's like in their office, this might be a way to get their Steam library in their living room, which is a big request, and people don't... Yep. Steam Deck and dock will do it, John. What I bought will do it. It's only twice as powerful as a Steam Deck. I bet this thing is going to be more powerful. This thing's probably going to be in line with a PS6 or an next Xbox, right? So that's the interesting thing here.
But what if Valve does the other thing though? Instead of making it like a $600 super powerful thing, they just take the screen off the Steam Deck and sell it for $200.
Oh, like a dock that can do it? I don't know.
No.
I think they just compete.
No dock. I'm saying the hardware. You put the hardware that's in the Steam Deck into a little box with HDMI out, and that's it. Right, and it's like $200, $150.
Oh, that's too cheap.
Still compelling.
Well, they got to make a leap though. They got to make a leap from the Steam Deck, so it's got to be like.
Obviously they're working on the next Steam Deck. I mean, it's safe to assume, and I'm sure that is informing what this is going to be somehow.
Sure,
true. X Defiant has shut down starting today. Did we talk about that? DOA, was that last week? The COD killer?
Was that a micro? Maybe we talked about it?
Maybe.
Or last week?
I don't know. I don't know if we brought it up here. But maybe.
Yeah, X Defiant, Ubisoft. Now I heard, and we can talk about this. I heard that they shut down X Defiant as a move to devalue the company.
Ooh.
So the shareholders can buy huge percentages of the company and take it over.
Could be
something like that, like a theory.
Moves.
And also, I heard Tencent's going to buy them.
Probably be in better hands. Fortnite is adding a 5v5 multiplayer mode. Call of Duty might have some competition. Fortnite Ballistic early access is going on. That could be big.
Yeah, I'm going to try that for sure. I don't love Fortnite at all, but I'm curious to see how that plays.
Sorry, what's this mode?
It's a 5v5 competitive mode, or like Call of Duty or Valorant or whatever. Like, could it be like a Valorant killer or Call of Duty killer?
I don't know. They got to get Fortnite on Steam one day. But it's never going to happen. What else?
What?
I think they should put Fortnite on Steam.
But isn't it have the most players? Why
No,
would they
I'm
give
saying-
Gabe all that money?
It's a free game, so just have you can't
But
buy
the
whatever.
V-Bucks aren't free. And that's where they make all the
So?
money, right?
Well, they have enough money. I'm saying if they want to keep growing, I don't know how many people are going to stick with Fortnite forever.
Right.
Overall, their numbers have not been what they were or growing. They have constantly have great modes and stuff that keep it fresh though. The music mode, the Lego mode, this mode now.
Yeah, I know.
They innovate like nobody else. It's
right.
So this is going to be interesting and popular, I'm sure.
Do we want to talk about dig deeper into that Widowmaker thing? What happened exactly there?
No, I don't know if it's a bad joke, but that guy, I don't want to get into that because I've already kind of talked about that. And the other guy, Rob, or whatever, said something stupid about Diablo with Path of Exile as well. Blizzard is coming across as bitter and desperate right now because these sort of non-AAA studios are outselling and making bigger properties than theirs at this point.
Right.
So...
Are these current Blizzard people that have been there since day one, or are these people that left?
He came over from Destiny, this guy or something.
Okay.
No, all the original Blizzard people are gone. People that worked on Diablo 2 actually chose to go consult with Grinding Gear for Path of Exile 1. They've kind of the original people are not there. It's not the vision.
Well, that's the problem we've been experiencing with all of our beloved games we have memories about.
Ubisoft,
from,
right?
Yeah. Games from 10, 15, 20 years ago that we hold in high regard have been destroyed by all the new people.
Yeah, there's a new game coming out. I've got to find the link, but it's from the creators of all of these old games. It's called Covenant. I recommend you guys look at this. It's a shooter RPG. It looks really badass. I forget the studio name, but Legion Studios, and Legion Studios is made up of people of yesteryear from these properties and things that we love. I'd have to click through because I'm Hexen, I think, is involved. Destiny, Doom, what's the other one? Battlefield, people that are the original people that did all this stuff. And this trailer kind of blew me away. It's a first-person dark fantasy game. So, John, I think these people have broken off from these studios. They're on smaller studios now, like AA or whatever. And they're just coming out with the stuff that's kind of more badass in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I saw that guy, the guy that created Earthworm Jim. Mm-hmm. Remember that game?
Yeah, I never liked that.
I want to bring him back.
Well, he was speaking out about how gaming has just been destroyed by these large teams.
Yeah, it's too much.
When he was making Earthworm Jim and all these games, it was just small and intimate, and then the corporations and all the people and the politics and the culture and all that shit just destroyed everything.
Yeah, that Covenant game looks badass. Check that out. What else? I haven't looked at news today because I was playing Path of Exile. So let's see.
It's a lot of controller news for some reason.
Because it's Christmas?
Coming out.
Oh.
I guess so.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle tip. Leave the Vatican City ASAP. That's the worst tip I've ever heard. Kotaku.
Go back to these things? That's a good question, though. Can you go back
I
to
don't
these
know.
hubs? 'Cause
I don't know.
I kind of want to go ahead, but there's so much to
I
do.
like exploring every little thing.
So the United Healthcare assassin, I guess, played... I know you don't want to talk about this.
Yeah, I mean, Luigi.
There's been
a lot of memes.
This guy's name, his name's Luigi Mansion, and
yeah,
apparently he used to play he played an assassin game. These news headlines says,
yeah,
and it was Among Us.
Yeah, everybody has played Among Us. Yeah,
that's a grooming game though. That grooms assassins.
I watched this whole thing about this guy. People just said he went crazy after a back surgery. So. I don't know. They're trying to pin him as a gamer who played assassin games. It's it's nothing to do with it. He came from a good family. He was a valedictorian. He went to an Ivy League school.
Super smart.
He was a fit guy. He was attractive.
He's beyond.
He went crazy.
Beyond from a good family, Michelle.
Yeah, connected family.
He's old money.
Yeah, exactly. So this kid went nuts. Whatever. He didn't go crazy from Among Us. So some of the headlines I've been seeing are pretty funny. It's angry gamer who played assassin games. No.
And then they're calling his name is literally looks like Luigi's Mansion. And I guess the if you go on Amazon, I don't know if this is true. I'm going to look up right now.
I think Nintendo's going to sue him for taking Luigi's name. That's coming.
Well, the Luigi hat has sold 100,000.
I know people are trying to like fetishize and hero. Like
I
this,
know
it's sick
that's
to murder
wrong.
somebody. I don't
Don't
care
do
if
that.
you don't
That's
like health
stupid.
insurance. We've all been fucked over by health insurance companies. Like if you're a
But
vigilante, you think this
that
guy's
narrative
cool.
doesn't make any sense. This guy's a
So-
fucking blue blood. There's no way he gives a fuck about like
He went nuts. He went
a
nuts.
$5,000
He had all
surgery
these
bill.
pins in his back. Yeah, but maybe his dick doesn't work anymore, and maybe he's fucking miserable. Maybe he went nuts. You know what happens to your
Yeah.
spine? Maybe
he's ripped.
he can't get erect anymore. He's pissed off. Okay. That's what I think happened anyway. You don't want to mess with a dude who can't get erect. Anyway, on that note, are we done?
Yeah,
What
that
else
should be
could
the
cause
last
a guy
thing
to
we
go
ever say.
insane?
Let's end the show.
Let's say, what else could cause a guy to go that crazy? He seemed like he had
I
it
don't
going
know.
pretty well. Okay,
The story's, I think, a
he's
lot
like a
deeper
five-star
than it's
athlete,
being.
but, like-
I don't think. You know what? I don't think it's him. I don't think it's him.
I
think
think
he's part of the
him. They found his
stage.
DNA.
He could be a patsy. There's more to this. Nancy Pelosi. All right. So,
Nancy Pelosi. What a
okay.
wicked witch. He wanted to be famous. Yeah, that's crazy. He's crazy. He should never murder anybody. I don't like these people out there saying he's a hero. Like, you guys are nuts. Like, you can't
No,
just
that's
kill
dumb. Don't do
somebody
that.
because
If
you
this
don't
guy
like
really
the fact that they're
killed that
rich.
dude-
Down with the rich. Fuck the
Yeah,
rich.
no.
It's like, who cares? Like, there's better ways to express yourself. So I don't
know.
support
Could be a
this
Seth
crazy
Rich
kid.
type thing. We don't know.
Yeah, back surgery, narcotics, Zog. That could be true too. Maybe he was microdosing and he went crazy.
I was
He
in
had
a
too many
band
mushrooms.
called Back Surgery Narcotics.
I
You're
think
awesome.
his pee-pee broke. I really do.
He had a broken pee-pee. All right, we
He had
solved
broken
it.
pee-pee. I
This is
really
it.
do. Because you know what? I was a psych major, and you got to go. Everything comes down to a dick with a dude. Okay, if a guy is a 1 incher, he's usually pretty angry. I think his dick broke.
I don't know. The whole thing's fishy, though.
Yeah,
Just
his dick
explain-
broke. His dick broke.
Okay,
Let's
so
be
this
real.
guy.
It's it.
Okay. All right. I
His
don't,
dick broke.
You're
He's
telling
like,
me
I
that
can
this
never
guy
fuck
had
another
the-
woman again. My dick
this
broke.
guy had
I'm going
a-
to shoot
okay,
somebody.
so this guy had a broken dick.
Yes, I think his dick was broken.
When the
Yeah.
cops find him, he has a broken dick,
Yes.
the gun and the silencer and a manifesto note. Conveniently.
Well, he did make some comments on a Ted Kaczynski book on Amazon. He had a
I
review
know he did.
saying like sometimes
Wow.
violence is necessary.
Yeah.
And
We
things
found
like
that
that. So he
quick.
had, they had some sort of, well, I mean,
I feel like
the
he
internet-
wanted to be found, though. That's the thing. Like, he
Yeah.
went with his mask off with a bag full of evidence and sat down at
Yeah.
McDonald's. He planned this
Yeah.
thing meticulously.
Well,
and then
maybe
Burger
it was
King
the-
really tweet "We don't snitch," or is that just a
I don't
meme I
know.
saw?
That's
Somebody
Wendy's.
sent me that.
No,
Yeah,
it was
like,
Burger King.
Burger King did it, and then yeah.
But McDonald's did bring the McRib back, so he took the chance, to go there.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't think it's an
great.
insurance thing. He got pissed off. I think his dick broke. Anyway,
All right.
I'm the
Did
There
your
you
voice
go.
of
break?
Burger King Canada.
I kind of like. I hate to say this, but I don't know. I haven't been to Burger King in ages, but I
It
kind of.
sucks.
I don't know. As a kid, I have good memories
listen,
of going to
have you
someone's
tried the new
party.
$5.99
A
Whopper?
Burger King
The
birthday
Flame
party
Royal.
as a kid.
Listen,
was kind
Michelle,
of exciting.
I'm going to tell you something.
It's still
Yeah.
good.
I gave Burger King a chance on this
not
road
good
trip.
anymore.
It's so gross. I mean,
Ew,
I
I
eat
know.
McDonald's a lot.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's their Whopper is pretty lit. I love.
But
I
there
love their
is there is a
Whopper.
I don't
weird
know. I have
flavor in
fond
there.
memories.
There's
I
something
like the
artif-
fake smoke and char. I have fond memories.
listen. I have fun. Listen, my dad, my mom, we went there all the time. Okay, and my daughter had a birthday party in the Playland at one of
Yeah,
these.
you get those little hats.
So like I get it, but I'm telling you, it's I think it's shit. But
Right.
every now and then I do it.
So Zabum said on the news he had relationship problems. Well, I mean, that's not shocking. He seemed a little
Yeah.
crazy. But it could be because his winky broke. That's all. I think that's
Yeah.
why he shot
Broke
the guy.
dick.
Broke Dick Mountain. Anyway, come to our Discord and win Indiana Jones, Path of Exile 2, Call of Duty Gunner Glasses, and vote in our Game of
Gunnar.
the Year awards, which are in 2 weeks. You've got some time. We're going to do our winners. We're going to read your winners live on air on the 30th. So come on down. We
Don't-
want to hear from you guys.
I don't want to see
I
anything
won't say anything.
before
I
we
won't
do
tell
that.
you anything. Don't log in and
Please.
look. Don't. It's
No,
a
I'm not going to.
surprise.
I want
We
to
don't
be
know.
surprised live.
Matt, I think
Are
you
we
can
guessing
just
and making your own votes? as
No,
well?
let's do our own votes and then we can say
you're
compare
picking
it to
not
the-
votes. You're making
Yeah.
your own picks,
Yeah,
and then we're
yeah,
going to
yeah,
read
yeah.
the listeners'
So the
votes.
categories, Matt, just go find the link in there. It's in pins, and then you can see
Oh,
what
I've got
we're
it up
picking.
on my computer.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's
I'm good
best
to go.
mobile, best
Yeah.
RP. Yeah, whatever. We're not doing tons of things like indie, multiplayer, like.
But we're
basic
doing
stuff.
that the day before New Year's Eve.
On 30th, yes. So
Yeah,
next week is our
right.
Christmas play. We're going to work on that. Please come down live, say hello, or it'll be up everywhere the next day. I can't believe it's Christmas time, but that's next week. And I think that's it. Oh, we could maybe do a Game Awards watch along. I don't know. John and I want to kill ourselves. That's Thursday or Friday,
It's
right,
so
John?
bad.
It's so
yeah.
painful. It's so painful. but we may do it on twitch.tv.
Have we ever liked it ever?
No, I like making fun of it.
I don't want you guys watching this. I do not want you guys watching.
Matt never gets the jokes because like we'll come on next week and we'll make fun of it, and Matt will be like, no, like, but Matt, you didn't watch it. You know, if you watch the 2 hours, you'll see. Well, you anyway. Watch clips, right? You don't watch like the full 3 hours, do you?
Yeah.
It's
anyway.
If you watch the full 3 hours, it'll take the life out of you.
It is. You would feel defeated after it. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll change you. Do it for the misery, Carl says. Yeah, we might not, but yeah. I think that's it. Videogameoutsiders.com. It is our website.
Oh, here, breaking news.
Okay.
Luigi Mangione.
Yep.
His resume reveals he worked on Civilization 6.
That's right. He debugged. Well, he debugged 100.
Why are they trying to connect him to video games?
Because that's what they do. But he
badly.
sold some sort of proprietary software engineering thing as well. So, I mean, obviously, this is not this typical type of like dude you see that does this sort of thing. Like, so, and people who know him say he just went nuts. No, people just go fucking crazy. They do. Either from drugs
I don't think
or
he's crazy though. Like
the surgery.
Like his letter was pretty lucid. Like
you can be crazy and still be lucid. Look at Ted Kaczynski. He was still crazy even though he wrote very beautifully. Like there are different types of crazy. Like, but you're chemically fucked in the head if you're just going to shoot somebody. There's just no two ways about it. So people said he was never like this. He kind of just snapped after his back surgery. He started writing about all this stuff. He started talking about all this weird shit. Right. So if that happens, if you see this significant change in somebody,
he's a patsy. All right. So let's.
He's not a patsy. It's so stupid. Why him? When you find some guy with like wonky eyes or something, because every other shooter has wonky eyes. His eyes look pretty normal.
It's like a movie though, because there's a video that came out on YouTube. Like he planned it's like if you're reading this, I'm already been arrested.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Well, yeah, I mean he was obviously had visions of grandeur and some sort of psychotic personality.
Did you see him? So today there was a video of him taken to the jailhouse or whatever, and they pulled him out of the cop car and he started yelling some stuff about something, and I want to know what he said. Did you see it? Like he was going crazy.
No, I'm not
like,
that interested in it.
Yeah, someone I mean people are claiming to have transcribed it. There's lots of stuff on the internet. It's a fascinating story to me, I think, and I'm going to follow it.
I don't know. I just don't like the support of being a
no, that's dumb. Don't
somebody.
do that.
I don't like, and I've even had personal conversations with people, and they're like, "Well, fuck that thing," because I'm like, no, like
it doesn't.
It bothers me. Like violence on somebody is not the way to do it. All right, well, we'll see you next week. I think we're done.
That's right. All right, guys. Thanks for listening, subbing, all that shit. We'll see you very soon. VGO out.